Hi, this is Nick Bonanno with National Credit Federation. This is part 3 of choosing the right domain name for you. In part 1, we covered keywords, research, brainstorming, and part 2, we covered some of the do's and don'ts, your marketing strategy, how that plays into choosing your domain name, and even went through some actual domain examples to kind of get the juices flowing for you. And in this part 3, we're going to get a domain name, and hopefully you spend some time doing all the couple steps in part 1 and part 2, and have a few ideas so that we can get started here and get you that domain as soon as possible. Okay, on this part 3, we're going to cover where do you get your domain, what if it's taken, and what else do you need to get with it. So let's just start with where to get your domain. We're going to go to www.ncfdomains.com. Okay, and why there? One, it's one of the cheapest places on the web. Number two, our tech team here is very familiar with the back end, how it works, and how it can relate to our servers, which you'll learn about in future videos. And number three, they have great support by phone, so it's not confusing, it's easy to use, and they have this great phone support. I know because I've used them more than once. So let's start your domain name search here, and this is where you're just going to type in the domain that you want to get. Let's just say I want TampaCreditRepair.com because that's the market we're in here. We're in the Tampa market. Well, shucks, it is taken, but don't worry, that's okay, because down here it shows you some more options. It's going to give you some substitute words, and then it's going to give you another set of additional options where they add a few example words at the beginning or at the end of the domain. And just look through some of these. It might give you a great idea that you hadn't thought about, and these are all going to be available. For example, up here, it substituted the word repair with the word fix. I mean, you may not have caught that in your thesaurus search, so there it is, and you could just select that one, and you'd be good to go. Or maybe down here, you like the My Tampa Credit Repair. Still looks good, still easy to say, easy to spell, and easy to remember. So something you can do. If you don't really see anything right here that you want to do, you just can type in your other idea right here and search again. One thing I would recommend doing is spend a little bit of time looking at stuff. You can save a bunch. You can click on a bunch and save some, or you can just click one. So I like this Tampa Credit Fix. I think that's a great idea. Only $10 a year. I think we can pull that one. So once you have one selected, you just select it and then add and proceed to checkout. Then next, if this is the first time on your site, which for most of you it will be, just fill out your information here. It's short, easy, and then click continue. I'm going to go ahead and skip that step because I've already been here once before, so I will just skip the fill in step, and here we are at the next one. Just kind of want to go through here. I'm not sure if it defaults to 2. It does on mine because that's what I always select. I would recommend a 2-year. It's better for search engines, and we can get in that in later videos. But 2 years, I mean, is the extra $10 going to break the bank? Then just pick 1 year. It's okay. Next down here, I would recommend getting a private registration with this deluxe package here. Just because versus on the standard for the $10 a year, your personal information that you filled out in the last screen is going to show in a public WHOIS database. So you can get spam emails and letters and stuff. It's just I prefer to just get the private. It's not that much extra. So I'm just going to click add. It's going to add me to it. And then here, step 3, select checkout preference. You don't need any hosting, site builders, or any of that other stuff. You just need the domain. Click continue, and it's going to take you to the next page. And then right here, you can see we've got my domain. Looking at these screens sometimes can be a little confusing, so you want to take a little bit of time. This is where your domain's going to be. It's going to ask you, do you want to add those matching domains? It leaves them unchecked. I wouldn't get the .org, .net. I just don't really need them. Maybe you might want to, but that's all right. So 2 years of the private registration. Here's the 2 years. It's $20, and then the private service is $7.95 a year. So times 2 for the 2 years is $15. So about $36. I'm getting a private domain for 2 years. you can't beat it. I mean, it's a good price. You'll just scroll down, select how you want to pay. I've read through these. You want to take a little bit to read through these, or read through these rather, and then continue with checkout. And you just fill in your credit card information and place your order, and then you'll receive an email with that confirmation, and you'll be good to go. So that's it. We've covered in the 3 parts, the keywords, the research, brainstorming, the do's and don'ts, how to make it work with your marketing strategy, some examples, and actually getting the domain name. So I want to be the first to say congratulations on getting started, and then now that you have a domain name, in some future videos to come, we'll talk about what to do with that domain. So thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in future videos.